video I've been meaning to get to for a long time. Just a complete nuts and bolts walkthrough of how I clean morels, because they will be here soon. And this will change your game. This is how I treat many different mushrooms. Morels are a little bit special, though. I'll go over some of those things. Cleaning starts in the field. You can see I'm just cutting the mushrooms out of the ground and making sure that there is no dirt visible on them when I put them into my basket. Everything, this is so important. With every mushroom that I pick, one of the things, probably the biggest thing that I tell people is don't put dirty mushrooms in your basket. You're just making it harder to clean and more difficult afterward. And we've all gotten home with a big bag of mushrooms and been like, oh man, I have to clean all these now? Yes, make it easy on yourself and pick clean. Every time I'm picking a mushroom, it's getting cleaned before it goes in the basket. Now when I get home, the first thing that I do is the mushrooms are going to be separated by size and by quality. So I'm taking out all of the small ones and the B grade, and I'm giving all the stems a trim. Make sure there's no dirt or anything stuck on them. They should be pretty clean if you're careful. And the B grade ones, those will get dehydrated right away. I won't wash or clean them, but I will most of the other ones. The small ones are going to get saved separately, and then I'm going to dry those because the small ones are the best for soup because you can leave them whole. They're so great like that. And then all of the larger ones, I'll save for cooking fresh or other things. And there's the mushrooms dried. All my soup ones. Now, for the basic cleaning method, and this is what I do with many different mushrooms. Most of the mushrooms get treated like this. Morels are usually pretty clean, but I'm going to swish them in water. And a secret here is use room temp water, or even if it's a little warm, just make sure to cool them down right away. A lot of times we use cold water too, but warm water will help if they're dirty, warm water will loosen things quicker. Okay? But I'm always going to be swishing them, and I'm shaking the water out of the stem. You can see I left those whole. Sometimes I will cut them in half, but I'm going to store them whole because I can always cut them in half before I cook them. And I'm looking as I'm washing the mushrooms, and I'm checking inside of the stems. If you hold it up to a light, you can easily see if it is pristine and clean in there, or if there's a bug or a beetle or something. Just look inside every one. Now, to store them, I'm going to take them whole, and this is like the anal retentive way to store them, okay? This is how I do it because I'm a nut. I put the mushrooms vertically into a hard-sided plastic container with a paper towel on the bottom. That's going to catch any clinging water that might be in there. And, basically you got to think of storing these as like a terrarium. You need to be able to control the humidity, and I'll just put them in the fridge like that. Another way you can do it, obviously you can put them in a bag, is you can put them in a bag whole. After you wash them, I rolled them up in paper towels. I probably went a little bit overboard with the paper towels here, but it's fine. You get the idea. I want to insulate them. I'm going to store them whole. I'm not going to cut them in half and store them because then they could get crushed and it's easier for them to be broken up. Okay, put that right in the fridge. They will last a week like that. Okay, now the other really, really cool way to store things, and how I will do it if I have the time, is take some greens and just put some greens into the bottom of that hard-sided container and store them the same way. And paper towels are easy. It's easy with a wet paper towel to get it too wet and then have too much humidity in there, and that could make the mushrooms mold. So my friend from the Ukraine has this great technique. She used to bring me all kinds of mushrooms layered in between fern leaves. And the plants also contain water, but they aren't going to be as wet as like a wet paper towel. So that's a great way to store them, and it's a really nice way to control the humidity. And there you go. Now you know how to clean your haul. Have a great morel season, and thanks for watching. And there you go. Now you know how to clean your haul. Have a great morel season, and thanks for watching.